Jaron Boots Ennis is set to face Terence Crawford later on this year. Boots is coming fresh off his homecoming victory this past weekend over a game David Avanesian, where he knocked him out in the fifth round. Boots was boxing in his Matchroom boxing debut for Eddie Hearn. He was contacted after the fight by His Excellency Turki El Sheikh, who expressed an interest in putting together a fight between Boots and pound-for-pound superstar Terence Crawford at 154 pounds later on this year. Crawford is set to face Israel Madrimov for his 154-pound title in the coming weeks in another Riyadh season event. Shakur Stevenson, the three-weight world champion, is just about to become a free agent. His deal with Top Rank expired after his previous fight, and he's talked about the possibility of linking up with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing. Shakur was in attendance this past weekend at the Boots Ennis fight and sat ringside with Eddie Hearn. The two of them later caught up on an IFL interview where they discussed the possibility of signing with each other.
Talk to me a little bit about the possibility of signing Shakur, Edward.
Listen, he's going to talk to everybody like he should, We're going to meet with Shakur and his team next week. We're going to have a sensible conversation. It's got to work for everybody. He's in a great position. He's probably one of the most talked about fighters in the world. Just done a big gate, just done the biggest number on ESPN. He's 27 years old. He's a 3-division world champion. He's pound for pound great. He's in demand. So I think he's gonna enjoy the process, because I know he's coming to the meeting on Monday, and I think he's going to enjoy learning about the business a little bit as well, and understanding the right moves to make. And I think that the key for him is to be able to make the big fights. I think that's the most important thing, because what you don't want to do is be stuck in a situation where your activity is really great, and I think it's so important. But at this stage in his career, he really wants the big fights, in my opinion. I mean, speak on his own behalf.
You're going to talk to everyone. We've seen Oscar De La Hoya come out with some comments saying that Shakur Stevenson, you won't get that Zepeda fight unless you sign with me. Why would you like to sign with Eddie Hearn? What does he do for you that Top Rank maybe didn't?
Honestly, I've been saying this. I done said this in multiple interviews. I done said this everywhere. I feel like Eddie Hearn is one of the best promoters in the game. I love the way that he do his job. And I would definitely love to be a part of the stable, but I definitely am going to talk to everybody else and see what's the best available option. But for sure, I think he's one of the best in the game.
Chris Eubank Jr. has signed a deal with UK promoter Boxer. In a post on his Instagram, he spoke about the new direction for his career, and he had this to say: "I'm very excited to have signed with Boxer and Ben Shalom. They fit the direction I want to go in. We have big plans over the next 12 to 24 months. There are big fights in the pipeline, and these guys can make it happen. I'm in a blessed position right now where there are 4 or 5 different names out there that are mega fights that everybody wants to see. Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford, Conor Benn, Billy Joe Saunders, and that's just off the top of my head." One fighter who has expressed an interest in potentially facing Eubank is Saul Canelo Alvarez. The two are reportedly in talks about making a fight for Saul's 168-pound undisputed titles in September. Canelo traditionally fights in Las Vegas to honor Mexican Independence Day. Reports of this fight have not gone down well with the boxing public, including Hall of Fame promoter Frank Warren, who had some harsh words to say to IFL TV.
Frank, what's your thoughts on a potential fight there between Canelo Alvarez and Chris Eubank Jr.? What do you think about that?
What do I think about it? I should think he'll love that fight, won't he, Canelo? You know my view on Eubanks. I think Eubanks is a fighter. I'm not saying anything different than I've said for years and years. He's 34 years of age. He's not won a world title. And what's he had? 3 fights in 3 years and won 2 of them. I don't have the same view of him as a lot of other people do. That's for sure. I don't class him as they do a a prospect. You're not a prospect at the age of 34, that's for sure.
She's signed a deal with Boxer now. And Eubank really has done the promotional merry-go-round. He's been with everyone from this country. But yeah, just signed a deal with Boxer.
We didn't like fighting on our shows because we got him beat.
Yeah, again, interesting to see how this happens, how this plays out, rather.
Thanks for watching today's video. Feel free to subscribe if you want to get the latest daily boxing news in an entertaining way. We're